Hey roomies, did you guys know this?
Burkina Faso's recent ranking has sent shockwaves across Africa, as it has made it into the list of the 10 best-governed countries in the continent, according to the World Economic Governance Index. This is quite an achievement for a country that has faced numerous challenges in recent years, which have not only impacted its global ratings, but also its socio-economic development. The World Economic Governance Index is a comprehensive report that evaluates several indices, including rule of law, press freedom, political rights, and corruption, to determine the level of governance across different countries. Burkina Faso's notable enhancement in these indices has helped it secure a place among the top 10 best-governed countries in Africa. This achievement is a testament to Burkina Faso's commitment to improving its governance and tackling the challenges that have affected its development. The country's efforts have paid off, and it is now being recognized as a leading example of good governance in Africa. Initially, I must admit that I was quite apprehensive and even fearful when Ibrahim Traore assumed power. I had this nagging feeling that he was just another determined young Marxist who was keen on gaining control of millions of people. However, I was pleasantly surprised when I began to observe his leadership style and his approach to governance. Moreover, I had some concerns that he would only be a leader who would harp on and on about colonization and imperialism without offering any tangible solutions to the problems that were plaguing our society. However, I was proven wrong yet again. To my surprise, Ibrahim Traore proved to be a visionary leader who was not only highly motivated, but also had a clear and practical plan of action to address the issues that were affecting our nation. It has come to my attention that Ibrahim Traore, when it comes to his political ideology, has demonstrated a common-sense solutionist approach. An example of this can be seen in his efforts to address a crucial issue in Burkina Faso's mining industry. Despite being one of the world's largest suppliers of gold, the country did not have its own refinery, which meant that miners had to export raw ore to other countries, particularly in Europe, to have it refined. This led to a loss of wealth and opportunities for the country. However, Ibrahim Traore recognized this issue and took action to address it. He commissioned the building of a gold refinery, which not only helped to create many jobs, but also brought wealth to the country. With this refinery, Burkina Faso can now refine its own gold, which will improve the value of the country's exports and provide more opportunities for growth and development. In an effort to combat corruption, Ibrahim Traore, the head of state, has recently issued a new decree that empowers citizens to anonymously report cases of treason, misconduct, and corruption. The new measure aims to create a more transparent and accountable government and to encourage citizens to come forward with information about illegal activities that might be happening within the government or among the general public. To facilitate the reporting process, a hotline number has been established in Traore's office, which citizens can use to report all forms of crimes, including bribery, embezzlement, and abuse of power. The hotline is staffed by trained professionals who will help citizens to provide information in a safe and confidential manner. This initiative is part of a broader campaign to promote good governance and to root out corruption from every level of society. Traore hopes that by providing citizens with a safe and anonymous way to report illegal activities, he can restore trust in the government and build a more prosperous and equitable society for all. Traore is an individual who pays attention to small details, particularly when it comes to his country's food security. He expressed his disappointment that Burkina Faso, despite exporting a significant amount of tomatoes to the world, continues to import tomato paste from other countries. He considers this unacceptable, as it seems like a missed opportunity to capitalize on the abundance of tomatoes in the country. In response to this, he took the initiative to commission the construction of a state-of-the-art tomato processing plant. This plant is expected to create numerous food products, generate employment opportunities, and, most importantly, help Burkina Faso achieve its food security goals. It is a significant step in the right direction, and Traore's determination and vision for his country are truly admirable. According to recent reports, Traore, a successful entrepreneur, has taken up the initiative of building a state-of-the-art health facility worth a whopping $80 million. This project is aimed at providing top-notch healthcare services to the people in the surrounding areas. It is also worth mentioning that Traore has opted to collaborate with the private sector for all his projects. He believes that government projects tend to be inherently inefficient, and partnering with the private sector can help ensure that his projects are executed smoothly and without any unnecessary delays. This approach has proven to be successful so far, as Traore has been able to implement various projects with remarkable efficiency and efficacy. Traore, the visionary leader, is making significant strides in driving economic growth in his country. One of his key initiatives is the implementation of historic tax cuts, which is aimed at reducing the burden on businesses and individuals, thus spurring investment and stimulating job creation. He is also working closely with the private sector to provide young entrepreneurs with access to capital to start their own businesses, which is crucial in promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. Another example of Traore's ingenuity is the introduction of popular shareholding. This groundbreaking plan involves the privatization of government holdings and projects, thus providing the public with a unique opportunity to invest in their country. To put this plan into action, he put up 20% of the government's phone company for sale to the public, which was met with resounding success. The government ended up generating $60 million in revenue, which was then allocated to critical projects aimed at improving the lives of citizens. It is evident that Traor is committed to creating a more prosperous and equitable society for his people. His forward-thinking policies are already yielding positive results, and it is expected that his efforts will continue to drive sustained economic growth for years to come. During a press conference, Ibrahim made a surprising statement that caught the attention of journalists. He declared that he would support and defend the right of his people to protest, even if it meant protesting against his own actions. According to him, he sees himself as a servant of the people, and his duty is to put their interests above his own. Ibrahim's consistent statements about the importance of the people's trust in him and his comrades are a breath of fresh air on a continent where leaders often act as if they are above the law. He emphasizes that the mission of safeguarding the country's future does not belong to him and his comrades alone, but to the people as a whole. By acknowledging the people's power and role in shaping the country's future, he displays a rare level of humility and respect for the public. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa, is currently grappling with a territorial war against Islamic insurgents. This conflict was the major factor that led to the coup in the country. The insurgents, who are believed to be backed by Al-Qaeda, have inflicted a huge toll on the country's military, leading to a significant loss of lives and territory. Following the coup, many young people in Burkina Faso joined the military in an effort to safeguard their country from the insurgents. The new military government, led by Traore, has been working tirelessly to combat the insurgent groups and restore peace to the country. To further enhance its security capabilities, Burkina Faso has recently partnered with Russia for security assistance. This move was necessitated by the reluctance of Western nations, including the United States, to provide the required support to the country in its fight against terrorism. Despite the country's efforts to end the conflict, the globalists who benefit from the status quo of keeping poor countries poor are standing against progress. However, Burkina Faso remains resolute in its determination to overcome the challenges it is facing and achieve lasting peace and development for its people. The African continent has a complex governance fabric, and certain nations stand out due to their challenges with political instability, corruption, and societal unrest. As we delve into the tumultuous landscape of 2024, it becomes necessary to bring attention to those countries grappling with governance crises that extend beyond their borders. These nations are entrenched in systemic dysfunction, presenting significant challenges to their citizens and the global community alike. Their governance failures hinder progress and fuel dissatisfaction, presenting a troubling picture of governance veering off course.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share.